Hi everyone, welcome to 20 Ways to Get a New Client Today. I'm Shannon De Palma from Shannon De Palma Coaching, and this class will be geared mostly towards wedding professionals and photographers. So let's just get started. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of background information on me and what industry I come from. So I was working in New York City, got my 9 to 5 after I finished college. I started an Etsy shop where I was selling artificial wedding bouquets, and then I grew that into a fresh floral design business. I booked my first 10K wedding my second year in that fresh floral design business, and I recently just sold that business. I've loved doing marketing and creating strategies and sales so much more than I actually love designing that I said, I've got to, go with my gut and go with my passion and go with Shannon De Palma Coaching. So I started Shannon De Palma Coaching. I sold my floral design business for 15 times my investment, which is super exciting. And now I teach other wedding professionals and creatives how to brand, sell, and market their product and their services. This is just some accomplishments that I've had along the way. I met Marie Forleo and Chris Carr. They're big wigs in the online business world. I was also featured on Young Female Entrepreneurs, Female Entrepreneur Association, A Practical Wedding, and I was just nominated as a leading woman entrepreneur in New Jersey. I was picked out of 700 businesses. Me and 100 other businesses were picked, and I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, so let's figure out what's actually going on when you are trying to find where your clients are, right? Because what usually happens is there's clients out there. There's tons of them out there just waiting for you to actually say like, hey, do you want my business? Hey, I heard you were looking for a photographer. But sometimes it's more of a mindset that's actually going on that leads us to feel like there's no clients anywhere and our business isn't going to succeed. So what typically happens is there's some underlying beliefs that your work maybe isn't good enough, so that's why you're not asking for the sale, that being successful would ruin your family, or you don't want to look desperate. So I know most of you might be thinking, well, Shannon, of course I want to be successful. Why would I ever want to sabotage my success? So what happens is that there's all of these underlying beliefs play in subconsciously. So if you actually ask yourself the question, if I become too successful, then this will happen. And you'll find things that kind of pop up for you. If I become too successful, then I won't have enough time for my family. My marriage will fall apart. If I become too successful and I have too much money, then I'll be a bitch. So you might have like all these different things that are kind of like lying underneath everything else. And what happens is your beliefs drive you to do everything. They drive everything in your life, right? So if you believe being rich will make you a bitch, or that people won't like you if you have too much money, or people won't like you if you're too successful, then that's what's actually stopping you from seeing where all these clients are. If nothing is coming up for you when you ask yourself that question, ask, if I ask for someone to hire me then, and typically people will say, I feel desperate, I feel salesy, I feel sleazy, and you want to change those beliefs so you can see where all the clients are. So in order to see the possibility of clients that are out there, we need to let go of this shitty, useless mindset and also let go of the excuses. So our excuses are kind of these things that we hold on to, and we love holding on to because they keep us comfortable. But comfortable means that you are not growing. If you are not feeling uncomfortable, and like that other quote says, if your dreams don't scare you, then they're probably not big enough, right? So if you're not doing anything every day that scares you, then you're probably not growing. You're probably very comfortable where you are. So let's let go of any of our excuses that we're holding on to keep us comfortable. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. No one wants my work. I don't want to come off as salesy. So if you want to hold on to those, great. Go ahead. Keep those. But your business is not going to grow. And you're not going to grow, right? So think of one excuse that you have right now that you know you should get rid of. You know it's holding you back. You know that you can find more time in your day. You know that if you wanted to find the money to invest in your business, you could find it. And I mean, there's tons of resources online. I even have a guide that's like 126 ways you can make money right now. And it could be anything from selling on Craigslist, selling your stuff on eBay. You know, you could do things like take online surveys or marketing surveys. There's tons of different ways basically to come up with these things. As humans, we're very resourceful if we want something that bad. So I want you to think of that one excuse that you're holding on to and just let it go. Okay? Okay. So clients are actually, once we let go of the shitty mindset, the shitty excuses, you will start to see clients all around you. They're everywhere, and they're looking for you, and they want your services. That's a scary thought, because you feel like there's nobody out there that wants your services, and there's nobody out there looking for you. But typically what's happening is we're holding on to these things, we're scared, and we can't see them. So let's take off those stupid client blinder glasses that we've been wearing, and I'll show you where they are and where they have been. But it really is up to you in this, you know, from now on, from this video, it is up to you to take some serious, scary action. Because the things I give to you to do are scary things. I mean, they're things asking for, you know, going up to people and asking if you can meet them for coffee, going up to people and saying, hey, can I hang my flyer up in your store, going up to people. So they're doing things that are putting ourselves out there, right? And getting from, you know, getting out from behind our computer screen and getting to a place where we are uncomfortable. Because if you're comfortable, you're not growing. Okay, so let's get right into some ways that I came up with that you can find a client. Now, I know these have worked because they have worked for my clients that I've worked with. So I want you to think about how many times you're posting in Facebook groups right now. Are you posting once a week consistently? Are you posting 3 times a day consistently? So this is the kind of action that is getting you to show up. So it's getting you to show up in people's Facebook feeds, and it's kind of getting you to show up to say, yes, I want more business, I want a sale, and I'm going to have to do things that scare the shit out of me. But it's because I want to grow, Shannon. I want to change, okay? So no one is going to know you exist. A lot of people, when we start a business, think, well, I have a website, and sometimes I post on Facebook, and sometimes I blog. So where are the clients? I really have to take a minute to laugh at that, because say it out loud, it sounds hilarious, right? Like, how are the clients going to know you exist? It's not like you open a website and like all the inquiries come flooding in, or it's not like you can write one blog post and someone will be like, I read that amazing blog post and I would love to hire you. Like, that's not how it works. The clients come in from you sharing and from you showing up, okay? So you can also use this tactic. Search your Facebook feed, search Facebook groups, and search for things like engage, search for things like we're pregnant, search for things like whatever other things you're into, like you know, family. If you do family portrait sessions, if you just do wedding work, look for things like, again, engaged, or look for things like bride. And then once you find those people, here comes the scary part. I want you to message them. So I want you to message them, congratulate them, connect with them. You know, connect with them on a basis of like, you're just human to human getting to know people. Don't automatically go in and pitch yourself. Just like say like, hey, I saw your post. I'm super excited to see that you're pregnant. You know, I'm a mom of 2 kids and blah, blah, blah. And connect with them with something that you both have in common. Have a little bit of a conversation, and then just say, hey, I do photography. Are you looking for photos yet? You know, if you are looking for photos, let's go out for like a cup of coffee, and maybe we can catch up if you know them from high school or something. Or maybe we can just catch up over a cup of coffee and I can tell you about my photography packages. I would love to share them with you. Just do a couple things like that a couple times a week, and you're bound to get one client from that. So these are the things where you're showing up, you're getting uncomfortable, and you're saying, hey, I would love to take photos of your family. I would love to give you my service. I would love to do business with you. And these are the things that are scary, but these are the things that get you to grow again. Okay, now this one involves kind of getting out from behind the computer and connecting. If you are introverted, which you like hate getting out. You love staying in your house. Um, Connect online with someone and do a Skype coffee date. But basically what I want you to do when you get out and connect is I want you to connect with other professionals that will give you work. So if you love doing senior portraits for, high school students, ask if you can call up like a local high school and say, hey, I'd love to like be your recommended photographer for high school senior portraits. Do you know how I can go about doing that? Can I meet with the principal? Can I meet with anybody who is on like the yearbook, the yearbook chair or whatever? And then also if you are in the wedding industry and you want more wedding work, go ahead and find a wedding planner and say, hey, can I take you out for a cup of coffee? Connect with someone at a venue and say, hey, I would love to be like a referred vendor here. Can you let me know how that works? Then just connect with other local wedding professionals. I used to be a floral designer, and I used to love when I could connect with people, because a lot of us are just working by ourselves most of the time. So I would love it when I could connect with someone else and say like, oh, wow, your work is so great. I'll refer you to some brides. You refer brides to me. And it was just nice to have that like human face-to-face connection. You can also do things like teaching a local workshop. So I feel like this one always blows people's mind. I had a client that was a calligrapher, and I was like, people nowadays would love to learn calligraphy. There's not a lot of local workshops on that. Why don't you start doing that? And she was like, I can do that. And I was like, of course you can do it. you can you can teach, if this is something you master at. People want to learn this, especially if you're a photographer. Photography is big right now. You could also do things like how to style photos. You could do like an Instagram workshop, styling photos. If you're a wedding planner, you could do something on like how to prepare for your big day. You could also do something on like, wedding decorations. You could do a local workshop on that. There really are a lot of opportunities out there. You just have to like see them and create them. This is also a really cool thing. This one's mostly online. So there's things called telesummits. And telesummits basically are where you connect a whole bunch of professionals, usually within you all have like one goal. You all are within the same profession. So let's say you host a wedding telesummit and it's for all brides to be there getting married. And you have people there like a photographer, a florist. You have other people there like people that do dresses, color palettes, a whole bunch of like, typically you want, I think 5 to 10 people on a telesummit. You could have like 5 to 10 wedding professionals on the telesummit. And the whole thing is to help a bride basically like go about and make decisions and help her through the whole wedding planning process. Or you could do one that's just about pregnant moms to be. And this could be if you are interested in getting more maternity photography sessions. So what you could do for this is connect a whole bunch of people that specialize in pregnancy. Maybe there's someone who specializes in nutrition in pregnancy. Maybe there's someone who specializes in yoga for pregnant moms, and get them all together. Or you could do also someone that like dresses pregnant moms. Get them all together and you host a telesummit. So again, the telesummit is basically where you send out an email. You probably do it like, usually span it out. Some people do a week, some people do a month, depending upon how many professionals you have. You could do a telesummit for a week, and every day that week, you'll be sending someone an email who signs up for it, basically with that professional talking about your thing. So that's a pretty cool idea. I kind of like that idea because I don't see a lot of those happening yet. I see a lot of telesummits for business people, but I think a lot of, especially my age that's coming in and the younger kids that are coming in, we do everything online. And I don't see a lot of that for brides or for pregnant moms online yet. So this is a good idea. And you can come up with your own ideas too. Also, reach out to your previous clients. So these are already people that are raving fans of your work and will probably hire you again. So it's really good idea to start an email list. I'm really surprised at how many photographers that don't, especially because you can turn those clients into like a repeat client over and over and over again. If you get a bride you do the engagement photos for, then you do the wedding photos for, eventually you'll do maternity, then you will do family photo sessions for you. I mean, you can turn your one-time client into like a 10-time client. So create an email list. And then, pitch them your new offerings. If it's wedding season time and you did their wedding photos, offer them an anniversary mini session with like a special price. If it's the fall session and they did, maybe they did maternity photos, offer them a family fall mini session. So you're showing that you connect and you care about the person. But at the same time, you're also saying like, hey, like I would love to work with you again. And because they've already worked with you, this will be an easy sell. So start an email list immediately, please. Okay, so on the worksheet, I definitely have a lot more ways. I also have kind of boxes and like exact things to do. Like I want you to write down, 5 high schools you're going to connect with, or write down 2 radio stations you want to pitch to. So I have really specific things to do. But most importantly, I just want you to know that this is stuff you could have figured out on your own. You probably already know this. You're probably like, yeah, Shannon, that's actually a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? Or yeah, Shannon, I have thought of that before and then I just never took any action on it. And that's because you have to get out of your own way. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to commit to action. And I want you to kind of feel the passion of why you started this business. So sometimes what can happen is we get so much in our own heads and we get down on ourselves that our passion, that flame is starting to burn out. And what will happen is you have to go back and why did you start this business? Why did you start doing this? Was this for freedom? Was this for your family? Was this because you wanted to make your own money? And just really connect with that and let that fuel you and keep you going. But if you have no idea on how you can get to this place where you can come up with 20 ways to find clients, then we seriously need to talk. Because if you are spinning your wheels and you see no way you can get more clients, let's talk. Because what's going on here is that you are so deep within that you have just such a bad mindset of how you can actually get more clients and get sales that I need to get you out of that. That's why I say we need to talk. So I want you to just take a minute right now, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and tell me how you would feel this time next year if you are in the same exact place in your business. The way you're feeling now, you feel it a year from now. And what would that be like for you? Would you feel sadness? Would you feel anger? Would you feel frustrated? And think about that feeling. And if you don't want to be in that place where you're feeling sad and you're feeling frustrated and you're feeling angry and you're feeling disappointed, then again, we need to talk. So for this week, I'm opening up only 5 slots. And again, it's just for next week. So that's May 16th through the 20th. And I'm going to open up a 20-minute strategy session with you because we have to figure out how we're going to get you out of there, okay? We're going to talk about how we can work together to get you more clients, a marketing strategy, so an actual strategy, and more time with your family. Most of us all have started our business because we wanted to spend more time with our family. And then what's happening is we are getting frustrated with our family because maybe we feel like I need to spend more time in my business, so I'm getting frustrated with my family because they're getting in the way of me being successful. Maybe you're feeling like I'm not spending enough time with my family because I'm working my business too much. Or maybe you just feel like I don't have any more freedom anymore. I'm constrained, I'm restricted and constrained by my business. So let's talk about that. Now, no one goes it alone in business. I don't know why everyone thinks they could start a business. I mean, not everyone. Of course, there's tons of people who start a business and get the help right away. But a lot of people in the wedding world think we start a business, we should just do it all on our own, right? We're kind of reluctant to hire in the beginning, reluctant to get any guidance or advice or pay for it. But everybody needs guidance. Because this is what will happen. If you get stuck in that shitty mindset with those shitty excuses, you will be at this place you are right now, spinning your wheels and spinning your wheels. So I worked with a client like this, and she has had incredible growth since we worked together. When we first started working together, she was just in this place where she was doing work she didn't want to do, and she was doing it for a really low rate. She was not happy with how much time she was getting to spend with her family because she wouldn't get anything done during the day. You know, she'd kind of be doing that stuff that's like avoiding the work, browsing Facebook, maybe doing like another load of laundry, doing some things that weren't actually productive. And then she was wondering why she wasn't getting anywhere. So when I worked with her on this, this is where she is today. She just sent me this email this morning. She is working on the knot mixer in her town. She's going to be like featured as a local vendor within her city with the fucking knot. Yeah, with the knot. She said, I had to pinch myself this morning. I'm so beyond woe that I get to do this, right? And when I talked with her, we just started working together at the end of January. We started working together, and here she is right now in May. And she is so thankful, right, for this. And I mean, she creates beautiful work because just a couple months ago, she was in this terrible place, and now she is doing something for the knot for her town. I mean, it's just incredible. I'm so happy to see her growth. On top of that, she has also doubled her rates. So she sent me this email this morning. Last week, she sent me a message saying she doubled her rates again. So when we first started working, her rates were so low. I said, oh, God, no, you're not doing that. We increased her rates, and then she increased her rates just recently, too. Three times since we started working together, she's increased her rates. And I'm just so, so proud of her. On top of the knot mixer, she got 3 styled shoots, a wholesale order, and this is what has happened when we started to work together. So if you are in that place, again, head to my website, www.shannondelpalma.com, schedule your free strategy session. It's 20 minutes out of your day, and let's do some incredible work together. So thank you so much for everyone coming. Please, if anything, just put that 20 ways to get a new client today, that worksheet, into action. Okay? All right. Good luck, everyone. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.